Hey guys, hope everybody's doing good on their side of the internet. Now in today's video is going to be a bit more of an interesting one. I'm just prepping to do a session tonight with the portal box with the new echo features which I've put onto it, and it sounds a lot more cleaner and a lot more clearer, as you probably saw in the last video. But anyway, getting into this one, I did a test on the portal just to make sure that everything was working the way I wanted it to. So the kettle's boiling, I'm just going to make a coffee before I start this. And when I started running it, just as a test, just to make sure the sound quality and everything was the way I wanted it to, I was getting a few responses coming through, but I didn't get the full gist of what Spirit was saying until afterwards, which is why it's so important when you do sessions with anything you use, whether it's a radio, an app, whatever, you need to record your sessions, because you won't hear a lot of it until you review it afterwards, because you'll probably miss out on a good 80% of the voices which you capture. So it's why it's always important to always record your sessions. But anyway, getting back into it, I heard some very interesting replies. Like I had a name come through, and also a really interesting thing is I had two really specific words come through, and a phrase that came through as well. Now I'm not going to mention what they are just now because I'm going to play the video, but then as the session's playing I will jump in talking about it and just share with you my ideas on what I think that Spirit means, why they're mentioning the things they're mentioning, and just tell me what you think down below in the comments.
You say I see him. Can you see me? Do you see me?
So you heard the first response there of Minerva, which was the two I was talking about. Now why would a Spirit be referencing Minerva or Athena? As you saw in the little description that I got from Wikipedia, what reason would Spirit have to reference Minerva in that way? Like, what would influence that kind of response? Why would they be mentioning a deity from the Greek mythology and a deity? Well, there's a few theories which I have for this. One good one is that since me and Deanna share the same faith, we both share the pagan faith and we believe in deities, gods and goddesses. So I believe with everything that's been happening with our knowledge on what we're doing in ICT, how much we're learning, different technology that we're tweaking with the portals and so on, I can only think of maybe with Minerva or Athena being the goddess of wisdom, that might have something to do with it. I'm not sure, I can only speculate, unless maybe there's a deity or a goddess trying to like communicate with us. I don't know, I can only speculate, as I am really not sure. So it's good to try and take some guesses. I mean, I always try and find a reason and just see if I can find an explanation as to why Spirit mentions the things that they do. So far I don't have one, but those are the different theories I have. So on to the next one.
Just making some adjustments. I'm starting to hear you. You can come through and speak through this as best you can.
Whoa! Okay, now that one was super interesting. Now, I have a very unlikely explanation for that, but also I have a possible and more likely explanation for why I got that message come through. Now, to my ears, I hear "kill me" or "killed me." Now, if you hear something different, then please, by all means, mention it in the comments. But the most unlikely explanation I have is that I had a friend of mine pass away last year in a car accident. So I don't know if it could be in reference to that, but I just thought it was really odd knowing that it's his anniversary of his death coming up very, very soon, which I think is a very odd coincidence, but I'm not sure. But the most likely explanation I have is that my house used to be in the same spot as a old funeral director's, like a funeral home, and the parlor used to be where this house is now stood. Obviously, it's not the original structure; it's been knocked down, and someone had this house built on top of it. But that's where it used to be, and it used to be the main parlor's right out the back. So, is that a more likely explanation? Maybe. I'm not sure. Is it a spirit that whose soul came here and was trying to explain to me that they were killed, and this is where they were brought to? Were they murdered? Were they in an accident? I'm not sure. But in the session tonight, I'm going to try and probe a little bit further to see if I can find out the answers to that, and see if I can find out who this spirit is. So on to the rest of the session.
So I'd love to talk to you. You say talk? Is there anything that you would wish to tell me before I turn this off for a little bit? I'll be switching it back on. Sounding so clear. Would you like to say anything before I turn it off? Because I'm going to switch it back on later on tonight when we do our session. Okay, when you're ready, you can start talking. Is anybody here with me now? Hello? Can you give me some indication that you're here? Whoa. I just did a meditation and a focus for you. I feel like there's a few of you here. There's only a handful of you, there's not many. Could you clarify how many of you are here? Hello? Okay, so I come as your friend. I come in peace, I don't mean you any harm, I just want to talk to you. And see if you have any messages you want to give me. Are you able to tell me how you died? Can you tell me how you... Whoa. Are you near me? I hope I got that on the camera. Are you near me? If you're near me, can you make these lights go off again? Like you just did. I feel you. It's only going to be a quick session.
So I'm allowing you a chance to say what you want to say. Because I need to go to sleep soon. Yes?
A session.
A session? Yeah, a session. That's what we're doing right now. Thank you. Do you like living with me in this house? I really appreciate you helping me with what we do with the paranormal.